G'day and welcome to APS 101 Distribute for the animated prim system, brought to you by ge-NeticS. So what I'll be going over in this video is basically distributing the link script to the child prims you want to animate, ready to record. There are a couple of different ways you can do this depending on how many prims you're wanting to animate within the link set. So to show you, I've just got a few boxes here that I've linked together, and if I edit them, you'll see that I've got a invisible box here as the root prim in the center. Now you'll want to do this with most of the things you're going to be creating, as the root prim can't be animated. This is so that the child prims remain relative to the root prim, meaning that if you resize your object after animating, the animation is automatically adjusted accordingly, so it always remains relative to how you did it, and you don't need to redo the animation. So you will want to have a standard root prim. I usually like to just have a box that's invisible as my root prim central to the object. Now you'll see I've already got the main and playback scripts in there. Now the first process I'm going to go over is if you're only going to be animating a few prims, like maybe one or two prims in the link set, then you don't want to put a link script in every prim, because it's a waste of space in the end frame script of data that doesn't need to be there for prims that aren't doing anything. So I'm just going to go into my inventory here, and I've got my APS folder. Now if you're only going to go to a few of them, the best way to do it is by going to Edit Linked, and you just select the prims that you want to do, and you would go and grab your APS link script and just drag it into its content like so, one by one. Okay, so I'm just going to delete that out for now. Okay, so what if you want to animate all the prims in your link set? Okay, well then you could do this one by one. If you've only got a few, you could do it one by one manually if you wanted to. However, if you've got a lot in there, it might take some time, so it'd be quicker to have the system do it for you. Now to do this, what you'll do is you just edit your object, and in the root prim with the main script, you want to take your APS link script and you just take it into the root prim there with the main. Okay, now what this will do is when I touch the object and get the menu, you'll see that there's been an added button called Distribute. Okay, and we can click this button. It'll take us to another menu where it gives us an option to choose how many link scripts you want to distribute to each prim. The reason for this is that there is script memory limits, of course, so recording frames takes up memory in each link script. Each link script can store approximately 10 to 30 frames of animation data depending on the prim type. So if you got like sculpted prims, you'll probably get about 30 scripts per link script. 30 frames. So, but for normal prims like these, 6-sided cubes, you know, it's got to store data for each one of those sides in color and texture, shine, things like that, so it's taking up more room. You only get about 10 frames per link script. So determine how many frames you think you're going to be wanting to record for your object and sort of distribute accordingly. Now don't worry if you don't distribute enough. If you run out of room during your recording, it tells you, and you have the ability to be able to just add more link scripts then and continue on. So don't worry. Now just to show you distributing this, I'm just going to distribute the one to all the prims for now. So I'll do that. It'll distribute, and then it'll give me another dialog with instructions on what to do to get those scripts to actually start working. So I'm just going to click OK for now because I don't need those instructions. I'm going to run you through it myself now. So what you need to do, I'm just going to open my inventory up here. The first thing you need to do is then take your object. Okay, now let's go into my objects folder. Once you've done that, you can now res it back out, and then you want to edit your object. I'm going to close my inventory quickly, and while in edit you go up to your build tab, and we're going to go down to scripts and then set scripts to running. Now once you do this, it'll start setting all the scripts in the object to running. Now, for some reason, in the newer viewers, they don't come up with a window telling you the progress of running the scripts. Now, in some of the older viewers, it still does that. Because it doesn't do it in the newer viewers, you're probably safer to wait, 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how many you distributed, to make sure that they were all set to running before you continue. But they should all be set to running now, because I've only distributed one to the links, and then I could then touch the object and continue to record, and that's how I can distribute that. If you need to distribute more again, you just do the process again. You just put another link script in the root prim, because it's automatically removed after they've been distributed. So you just put another one in the root prim and distribute them again, or go to each one manually and do that. Now, if you've only got a few and you want to put in more scripts manually, now what you can do is, I've already unpacked the link scripts box here, and I've got my folder, and you've got a number of already pre-numbered scripts, and you can just obviously select each of them and then drag them into the contents, as many as you need at once. And that's how you can do it, and that's distributing the link script ready to record. Nice and easy. So be sure to watch more videos to learn about more of the system. Thanks for watching.